everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deke?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deke has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deke tell you more when he's ready. But again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Nothing to identify. For now, at least. I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured... and perform the altering spell to customize it. Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony.
Revelio.
benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience?
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Of course, there's something to be said for eating the house elf's quince pie whilst learning. I already have the wormwood.
What about the shrivel fix?
Made any progress with your treasure map?
No, I do. I have everything.
Revelio.
I don't want to get in trouble. It's only supposed to be brewed in 6 years. Can we have some? No, but I mean...
Expelliarmus.
Won't we feel some...
Confringo.
sad?
Incendium.
I'd imagine. My cousin told me it feels like Christmas. Oh, so exciting. Well, I for one can't wait to tap into this... Playfulness. I suspect it'll bring us closer as friends too.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spint Witches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare yew-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
My plan is to have enough galleons one day that I don't have
That item is of the highest quality.
hearts and do no more garden.
I adore living in Hogsmeade.
That item is of the highest quality.
Properly can pick up after our chance.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Find myself scurrying home at night these days. Can't be too careful.
Can't imagine how muggles get by without magic. They also makes me think that the only work it takes to keep a pure house.
I sometimes stop into Madame Snelling's just to see how Calliope has done her hair. I did think Professor Weasley is brilliantly creative. She was stopping by, though possibly somewhat impractical. I'd imagine she was organising spellcraft for some of the new
Whatever my
students.
task, I console myself knowing that some soul out there has a more unfavorable Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's Cannons.
Wingardium Leviosa makes life work, I always say.
The secret is do the hard work first.
I overheard some students talking about Professor Rowan's teacher.
I don't remember who came before him. I
Pretty
honestly
clever.
can't remember the
Charming
last
man,
time I
Rowan.
spoke to him.
Wish I'd had him when I was at Hogwarts.
Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking.
Found just the book on poltergeists I was looking for the other day at Tomes and Scrolls. No idea where that man finds his inventory, but it's
Glimpse
marvelous.
of some muggles the other day hitting a little white ball around a large mown field. Muggle sports seem about as exciting as a bowl of porridge.
It's no wonder parents are exhausted all the time. I shall pour myself a fire whiskey the minute I get home and bask in the glorious peace of a childless abode. I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown, but I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols. Perhaps it's the antiquated language that fascinates him, or the melodious
No one
din.
could charm a hairstyle like me.
Smooth as a moon calf.
With Quidditch cancelled at Hogwarts this year, I can make the most of it. Flying about the bogs, tossing a quaffle back and forth. Suppose I do get to see a bit more of them.
If I thought I could compete with Serona, I'd open my own pub in Hogsmeade. There's nowhere like Zonko's wine gift.
I'd rather be the one drinking the fire whiskey than pouring it. Practices of the dark arts just stick to fight the world yourself, if you ask me.
I saw Hogwarts caretaker Dragon Moon, I think his name was. Regaling everyone with his tales he was. I think he was captain of the Chuckle Cannon for those days.
That was a quick read on with a meaner than a troll. I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown, but I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols. Perhaps it's the antiquated language that fascinates him, or the melodious dins.
What do you suppose Muggles would make of our dependence upon house elves?
I'd say the new Hogwarts caretaker certainly thinks highly of himself, doesn't he? Also seems to enjoy more than a dram of fire whiskey. I do wish
The Ministry's good work if you can get it.
secret family recipes. I appreciate the ready-made portions, of course, but I do like to brew my own when I can.
My mother used to threaten us with sleeping draft in our butterbeer if we didn't behave. Wore her so ragged, I swear she took some herself most nights.
My children do love her.
Sometimes I wonder if
What
we
I
really
wouldn't give
need
for a
the
spell to
statues
keep my
of
mother-in-law from visiting
I'd be
every
nice
week.
to reach out to the Muggles for a
And
change.
the sweet she brings.
Think of the good
It's a
we
wonder
could
they've
do.
a tooth left in their heads.
Anyone can run a shop if they inherited it.
First they're teaching students jinxes.
I'd take up
Next thing
herbology
you know,
if it
it's
didn't involve so
unforgivable
much tongue.
curses.
Wonder how I get on working as a referee for professional Quidditch matches. It's in my blood, you know. My mother's family comes from just outside Quidditch.
I should think a house elf doesn't work as hard as me. And sometimes I have to wonder for what.
Not a day goes by I don't do something I didn't come around Hogsmeade, I'll give them something to sniff at.
I think we can all agree that what muggles lack in magical abilities, they make up for
to
in
keep me
tea.
safe.
Oh, great.
At least I think so.
I think we can all agree that what muggles lack in magical abilities, they make up for in tea.
When my wife and I found out my daughter was a witch.
I so rarely see any of the Hogwarts professors about the village. Do you? Perhaps any of your seasonal students as much as the students do from them.
Whenever I'm feeling out of sorts, the first person I
Thank
see
goodness
is
for Professor
Percival
Weasley.
Pippin.
Don't know what the students would do without her. Voice of reason under the reign of that clueless headmaster. They're lucky to have her. Did you know they call muggles no-mages in America? Just saying it out loud tickles me.
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready. Mind you, he was never the same after he was attacked by a werewolf.
I wouldn't feel right asking an elf to pick up after me.
Boggles the mind that hundreds of us have run at the wall of King's Cross to get to platform 9 3/4, yet nary a muggle seems to notice.
Job, I'd say.
The herbology professor at Hogwarts could
think
charm
with
the
the
scales
family
off a
that
dragon.
someone had used its spelling
Not
on.
my favourite flower.
But really, I've forgotten to bring it out.
Found just the book on poltergeists I was looking for the other day at Tomes and Scrolls. No idea where that man finds his inventory, but it's marvellous. For all we talk about them, I honestly can't remember the last time I spoke to a muggle.
Not a fan of the Hogsetting myself. Shady
I
not
prefer
working
to do
out
my
most of the
own
time.
housework. I haven't wandered for
I've
goodness
always
sake.
thought that if the four founders had got on better, Hogwarts wouldn't have fostered such intense house rivalries. Still, does make for an exciting Quidditch season. There's one.
An honest day's work for an honest sickle. That's my phrase.
Morgan Le Fay got an unearned reputation, if you ask me.
Toadstool tales
Glad to
always
live in
made me
Hogsmeade and not one of
wretched,
those
Joe.
provincial hamlets. That rivalry between Upper and Lower Hogsfield is the silliest thing I've ever seen. If any dark wizards come around Hogsmeade, I'll give them something to sniff at.
That young Otto Dibble at Gladrags does seem a nervous sort. Helpful, mind you, but perhaps still hasn't quite found his stride.
Sorry to have a chat with Ellie Pax yesterday. We just can mooncast her.
Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts an ideal situation. I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast Flipendo on a cow.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
We can conjure almost anything we need while barely lifting a finger.
Jasper Trout may not keep a tidy tavern.
My first employment was at Hogwarts. Stockdale I was. I did put on a bit of weight though.
I used to have
Incendio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I'm most pleased to be included.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Oh, if Black hadn't cancelled it, we wouldn't be looking for the blasted thing in the first place.
Where are you?
Rebellious.
You're saying it wrong.
Revelio!
Hey you, Gryffindor.
Imelda Reyes? Albie Week sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't matter. Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You're not even Slytherin. Could be a useless squib for all I know. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Gryffindor.
Can you tell me more about these courses?
Stalling, 5th year. Fine, I'll humour you. This course demands focus. Requires you to anticipate speed and height before every turn. The others test stamina. 3 courses in all. So...
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
This is rather fun. Oh! This'll take some getting used to. Made it! Success.
glad to see I'm still the reigning champion. But what say you? Want to try again?
Perhaps later. I have other things to do.
I hope one of those other things is practicing your flying.
Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Still up for that broom contest?
Of course. I'm just surprised you returned. Where was your courage hiding? A vanishing cabinet? Let's see what you've got.
I actually don't have time for this right now. Perhaps another day.
Fine. Come back when you found your nerve.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Incendio! Still up for that broom contest?
Of course. I'm just surprised you returned. Where was your courage hiding? A vanishing cabinet? Let's see what you've got.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Success! This is rather fun. Made it. Missed one. Did it. Brilliant. Success there.
Ugh, that's not... You must have cheated, you... Ugh! Fine. You won. Ugh, don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
I don't want respect from the likes of you. All you do is insult people.
You and everyone else need to get a thicker skin. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next course. It's near Irondale and offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here...
Accio! There you are. The Cross Wands duelist to beat.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared. Incendio!
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent, and it's wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Why would anyone doubt your ability to upgrade brooms?
No, you'd be surprised. People get set in their ways, worry that fiddling with what's working fine will somehow ruin it. Those people don't appreciate the sense of freedom that comes with quality broom flight, nor do they appreciate all that's involved in the creative process. I have a friend in Rome runs a shop like mine, says it's worse there. Of course, they do nap in the afternoons from what I hear. And where would we be without enhancements? I mean, if Elliot Smethwick had let the naysayers get to him, we would never have had the cushioning charm. I don't listen to them.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I get... How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt, and...
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say
Yes. And then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkins so that he'd tell me about how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, Everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and they will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But you will need patience.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that...
Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio! Revelio.
Now you're just exploso!
With the dark arts. It's you who interfered with us and that woman, isn't it? One thing.
Incendio! Confringo!
Take Incendio! Fuck! You're embarrassing!
Accio! Confringo!
No!
Expelliarmus!
Oh, that's clever!
Incendio! Confringo! Revelio. This place has seen better days. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Oh. Oh. Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Incendio! Accio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Confringo! Accio! Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Protego!
Edit. Confringo!
Incendio!
You like being hunted.
Oh, watch the light go out of you.
Confringo!
You're the one.
Expelliarmus! Revelio.
Protego!
Confringo. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Protego.
Avoiding up.
Confringo. Incendio.
You'll have to fight eventually.
Levioso.
If I have so much as a scratch on me, you'll be
Incendio.
sorry. Well started.
Protego.
Admirable strength.
Confringo. Levioso.
Is this your...
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Betting on the dragon. Rally behind strength.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Someone's going to...
Levioso. Protego.
I hope. I've seen it. Nothing more than luck.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Where'd it go?
Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Careful now.
Confringo.
None of that petrificus.
Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Where did it go?
Confringo. Levioso. Revelio. Expelliarmus.
I heard something.
Confringo. Incendio.
Hey, that's mine!
Levioso. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Revelio.
We'll be off to the tavern after this. If it isn't Nora Treadwell's precious...
Confringo. Incendio. Potato.
Stop flitting around like a bellywig!
Levioso.
No one hides from me! I'll spot you like a streeler! You'll have to fight him, Vincent!
Confringo.
No!
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
And where did I set my traps? With lower or upper Oxford?
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Potato. Confringo. Confringo. Potato. Revelio. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Confringo. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Protego. That was a close one. Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Leviosa. I should investigate. Confringo! Leviosa! Leviosa! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Leviosa!
Over here.
Intriguing place, Zanbakar's tower. Lovely view, I'd imagine. No idea who this Bakar is, mind you.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I
Revelio.
suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
Quickly now. stay hidden and cast... Or, I suppose we could charge right into their mist.
Potato! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Ramrock said so. Do you think this is funny? There. Must be something here. Ramrock said so. Rather unwise coming back this way.
Confringo!
Let's get this.
Expelliarmus!
Why don't you come up here and...
Revelio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Ranrock won't be stopped!
Incendio! Potato!
Get a not
Expelliarmus!
Pity, not quite.
Confringo!
Was that your best? No! Why can't I hit you?
Incendio!
I shall avenge your death.
Confringo!
You won't get away with that.
Potato! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Let's head inside. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Incendio! Revelio.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to Sanvakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry. Revelio. Oh. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. Incendio! Ringo! Revelio! Repair it. That must have done something. Best have a look around. Traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect. Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Reparo. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Revelio. These look familiar. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway. More statues. Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo! Protego! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Not making this easy on me. Revelio. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Revelio. Confringo. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Leviosa! What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. See how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. So that's it. Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge.
Accio!